Hello, welcome to a video about how to create a transform. There are many benefits of creating a transform. Most center around the ability to access your data faster and using less compute by saving queries that you would otherwise be using over and over again. There are two ways within Mozart that you can first create a transform. One, through this Create Transform button on the Warehouse page, and the other in this Query tab. For now, we're going to stay on this Warehouse page. First, click on Create Transform. You're going to want to choose the schema that you want the transform to exist in, as well as the name of the specific table. Generally think of schema as a folder and the table as a document within that folder. For more information on schema, see our schema documentation. Just note that this is something you can change later on. I'm going to keep the schema name Mozart, and I'll title the table First Created. You also need to select whether you want to materialize the transform as a table or as a view. This is also something that you can change later if you want. For more information on the differences between tables and views, see our documentation about tables and views. Lastly, you can provide a brief description of what the table is. This is something you'll be able to edit later on. Additionally, once you have saved a transform, we have an AI feature that can help describe it for you. Once you have created the transform, write the query that you want to be saved as the transform. You can use this run button in the top right corner to test the query, though no, using this run button will not add any data into your warehouse and it will not save it. To help you write the query, we have the search bar on the right that can support searching through tables and columns. For more information on the search bar, see our video on the query tab or the query search bar. Great. Once you are ready, click Save. Once the table is the way you want it to be, the next step is to either run the transform manually and/or to schedule the transform. If and when you're looking to schedule the transform, click on this little button right here. Toggle on the Schedule button, and there are two forms of schedule that you can do. The first is ancestor-based, in which case your transform will run once all of the selected transforms upstream have run. This means that you won't be spending any compute to run if there aren't any new data. The downside is that your run frequency is really tied to the run frequency of everything upstream, specifically the least frequent of the upstream transforms. So if something gets paused upstream, for example, it could affect the run frequency of this transform. The other option is at a specific time. Choose what cadence works for you, from every hour to once a month, or get specific with our cron capabilities. Other saving settings, in addition to scheduling, you'll see this Create As setting and incremental settings. For more information on those, see the relevant documentation or videos. Now that you've scheduled the transform, you can either wait for it to run on the indicated schedule, or you can click on this Runs button, click on this Run button, and now it has run. Unlike the Run button on the previous page, clicking this button will put the table in the warehouse and save the transform. So in the future, if you make adjustments to your transform or have ad hoc want it to be more up to date, make sure to come into the Runs tab and click on this Run button rather than the Run button in the other table. Now that we have run the table, we can go into our warehouse and we will see the data right here, First Created. Thank you.